Maze. It's another Treefall Studios game. You know, the people who made the awful game The Letter. And the not so bad game of Journey of a Special Average Balloon, I think that's what it was called. This one I would say is better than The Letter, but that's not saying a lot. This company's games always feel like they kind of made this at a summer camp. Like a tutorial to Unity. It always feels like they're getting progressively better, but it feels like we're paying for their lessons. Now, first off, I have to admit, I couldn't finish this game. And I tried. Oh man, did I try. We'll get to it. With the bad controls and gameplay, it got to a point where I just couldn't go on. And it's sad because I hear it gets better in the second part of this game. Now, the story is just like in every Treefall game, overly complicated, but at least they're trying. So you're a living hammer with crazy eyes. You take part in a trial to see if you have the courage and intelligence to get to see the Oracle, an all-knowing being. The Oracle is kind of a legend because no one's ever made it, making me think there must be corpses galore in this place if no one's ever escaped these mazes. So this is a maze game. In each level, you have to collect 10 golden yen pieces, I guess. Only after collecting them all will you be able to get to the next level by finding the exit, which is labeled Finish. I'm sure by now you must be saying, wow, this is an ugly game. It's true, the textures are not great, but since this is a budget game, it's really not that big a deal. If the gameplay was great, it really wouldn't matter though. The problem is it isn't. It's kind of boring. All you do is walk down corridors and find coins. The level design is also kind of bad too. Most of the levels were fairly small, except for the one level that I saw that which was huge for no reason. I was getting flashbacks to level 2 of The Letter again. Even worse, the controls were not good. You moved like a tank, but at least you could change the up and down controls so you didn't have to have it inverted. However, you will get frustrated fast by the way you have to slowly plod through one corridor after another. To turn around, it's a slow process of moving your body around. This type of game would have been great with a quick turnaround button. All of that I can get around. It didn't stop me from trying to complete this game. What eventually broke my soul was when you had to jump somewhere in the levels. Some of the platforming in the game wasn't too bad. This one had a lot in it, but at least it was spaced out enough to not be that much of a problem. Then we get back to that huge level. All but one of the coins was easy to get. However, that one coin was on a very small platform. If you miss it, you die, and you have to collect all those 10 coins again in this large, tedious world. And this is just a warm-up to level 5. Level 5 isn't a maze. It's a torture trap. It's very simple, with one room in the middle as a hub, and 4 rooms on each of its points, like north, south, east, west. You have to hop across small platforms to get to each one. As simple as it might sound, it's not. Every single jump is a leap of faith. You really can't gauge your jumps. You can't see where you're going. You just gotta hope every single time you jump that you make it. And you have to leap 24 times, hopping from island to island before you can beat this level. And if you make one mistake, you're back to the beginning. Look here. I've collected all 10 coins in this level. All I have to do is make it across 3 jumping platforms, and I can move on to the second part of this game. I just made it. Just barely. Alright, 2 to go, and this is finally over. Here we go. No! It was at this point, after spending at least 40 minutes trying to get past one level, when I said, this game, I need to stop. Even the creator of this game agrees that it was a very badly designed level, as he mentioned it to me on Twitter. There's also an arcade mode, where you try and find 20 coins in a time limit, and that was just fine. And a multiplayer mode where you and another person could try to see who finishes the maze first. I couldn't test that because, well, there's no surprise here. Nobody was willing to play this with me. Maze was far from amazing. Okay, fine. Alright. It just wasn't good. From the bad controls to the boring level design, I just can't recommend this at all.